Welcome to another grand episode of Dots and Lines. This is a show about all things nerddom, where we talk about everything anime, manga, comics, and like I said, everything in between. So please introduce yourselves, people.
Hello, it's your boy, me, Connell, your friendly neighborhood Renaissance man. I do all the things with all the stuff.
Hello, friend. It is Mr. Sniffles, Digga Des. His name is Desmond.
Hi, I'm Winter.
And I am Grayson Red. Guys, if you haven't been able to tell, we have this special guest who just introduced herself, named Winter. She is blessing us with her presence because we are going to talk about something really interesting today. It's the new season of anime. Spring is going to kick everybody, and it's going to begin with something that apparently both her and I have been really excited about for quite some time. If you guys can't tell, we're talking about Witch Hat Artelier. Woo! With a banger episode, please. How'd you feel about it?
2.
And 2.
Oh my god. I spent my entire work break watching it, and then when I came home from work the next later in the day, I watched them back to back pretty much again. I never expected it to look that good because Shirahama's art style is so intensely detailed. It's like you're looking at a storybook or like a medieval storybook. It's gorgeous. And I was a little bit worried about how they were going to bring that to life, and I felt like they did that to the best of their ability, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And I'm so pleased that production completed before they started airing it, so I feel very, very comfortable and very pleased about the direction that it's going in.
Amen. Listen, we got to talk about the hurdles that this show had to go through to even get produced. There's rumors that this show literally took 9 years to finally come out. And they took a whole nother year. I remember because we reported on it when we first started the show, guys. They took a whole nother year to vamp up production more to make it look more beautiful. In today's modern anime setting, that does not happen. That is not a thing. They put their time, love, and affection into this, and it paid off. Before I start yapping, we all watched it, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give a quick synopsis for all the people who did not, because I'm telling y'all, please go watch this show. I'm going to have to bleep that out. Thanks, Justin. Listen.
You also said ass, too. But, you're the post-edit person, so have fun.
Oh, yeah. Just more work for me. Listen, this girl named Coco, she's obsessed with magic. She got given a book by some weird creepy dude. Don't let your kids talk to weird creepy dudes in backroom alleys, by the way, people. That's always never ending up well.
Don't let your toddler just wander around in dark alleys.
At a festival, I'm like, hey, you were just talking to your child after a festival, like, oh, yo, is this all you bought with your money? Like, where was your supervision at, woman?
Bro, did you go to the festival for you or for the kid? But anyway, whatever. She comes home with spells, cool, and literally learns them by heart because she basically draws them over and over again for years. They get encountered by a whole bunch of rich people and a witch. You don't know he's a witch? It's Quifrey. He's the zaddy witch, okay? He is handsome. He's got white hair, so you know he's going to be powerful, and he's stunning. Not only in looks, but also at magic. She practices spells that she was given as a toddler. She does a wicked spell that apparently crystallizes you as soon as it touches you. And we know that because spoilers, I'm showing this image first so you don't get spoiled. Spoilers, I'm about to show you. Her mom gets crystallized.
R.I.P.
All right. Now, because of this, she's supposed to have her memories wiped, right? Instead, Quifrey shows her grace and says, okay, you actually memorize these spells. I guess we could use your memory of these spells and help undo whatever happened to your mom, and I guess you'll be an asset. So that sets up the story for her becoming a witch in order for her to not only help her mom, but help the witch organization, because this is dark magic that shouldn't even be known.
real quick, right? Footnote, because context is a little bit needed here. When she got the book, she was under the impression, like the rest of the world, that magic is just for witches, and you were either born a witch or not born a witch. When the rich people came into their neighborhood, her mom's a seamstress. They're just working people, and the white-haired character, revealed himself as a witch because the Pegasus carriage got broken, whatever. He did a spell to fix it, and she's looking in like this room to figure out what makes him a witch and how to do it. And she gets up at the tower
real quick. Quifrey does tell her, no one can enter this room, no one can see me do magic. It is forbidden for people to watch witches do magic. A little bit of context.
So when she sees that magic is drawn with the ink, and that's how they do the magic, she's like, oh, I could have been doing this whole entire time. So after white-haired dude leaves, Zesty Gojo, whatever, which Gojo, she's like, I'm gonna go ahead and I don't like that comparison, but yeah, I mean, apparently TikTok is having this moment with it.
It's gonna be never ending. That's all people are saying for sure. Even though he was there first.
Quifrey came first.
Exactly.
Quifrey was here first.
I mean, but yeah, when she does tries it on her own, that's when she accidentally, turns the whole everything into crystals. Like, she didn't know that was going to happen, because the secret, which what was needed to wipe her brain, is she found it out by spying, basically. So yeah, that's just the context I wanted to add a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And we get a huge exposition dump on episode 2, which is a great calm down episode, which kind of explains even more of that. It also, we also get from Quifrey the explanation that, listen, everyone used magic back in the day, and because we're human, we fucking suck, and all we did was war. So we wiped everybody's memories and just pretended that only certain people can do this whole magic stuff. All you need is special ink and the ability to draw.
I saw the thing where, as they were going through like the magic window, also shout out the Howl's Moving Castle. I don't like, for anybody that's seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about, with the door that just teleports you to other places. That's exactly the vibe I was getting from the window with the sills on it. So that part. And then when they were looking out the window and they were looking at the library full of like all the magic that has ever been written, Quifrey said, like, you can go there, but you have to pass the trial to get there. And then they went away from it. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be important later.
And it will. So as a person that read the manga, Winter, tell me, look, we're getting in a spoiler territories here, guys, because I just want to. I'll be honest with you. I fucking love this manga. Can I tell you a story real quick?
Yeah.
The first time I encountered this, I was on Comixology, just scrolling through things, and I was high out of my mind. I was so zooted. I was high on the strongest weed I could get medicinally, because I'm responsible. And I came across this because someone suggested it on a YouTube video. I was like, let me see what this is about. I was like, oh, this is really, it was beautiful. The first thing I thought was, this is really pretty. Maybe it was the drugs talking. I don't know. But no, it wasn't the drugs talking, because it was so pretty and so well paced and so whimsical that I read 14 chapters in one night. And I've been hooked ever since. Talking about what Phil was talking about and how, those trials are going to be important and where they go. How do you feel about how dangerous this manga becomes so quickly?
Oh, it like very much like lulls you into like, oh, this is so cute. All these adorable little girls are learning how to use magic. They're going to help people. It's going to be great. And then you kind of get hit over the head with like, oh, it's actually not that great at all.
At all.
Especially when it gets more clear. I believe, which was the trial? The first trial that they did, and where they get attacked by the Brim hats there. Oh, which, by the way, Brim hats are the opposing force in this anime and the manga.
You said the prison force?
The prison force? No, the Brim hats.
Just put that out there.
Okay. Brim hats.
Yes. So there's thinking of Quifrey's design, how he has like, it's the pointed cap. So the witches who follow and abide by the rules are the pointed cap witches. And then if you think about the traditional witch hat, which has that wide brim, those are the witches who use forbidden magic.
We got gang banging?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 100%.
Gang
banging with wands.
Gang banging in fantasy anime? I'm here for it.
It gets wicked, bro.
Very.
Yeah.
And that's one of the core parts of like the ideological fight between following the rules that were written by the pointed hat witches about how we have to hide magic from everyone else. We only have to keep it amongst ourselves. We can't use it on our bodies. We can't use it to heal. We can't use it to mess with the earth, stuff like that. And then the brim hats are very much like radical in the way that we don't care what the rules are. We wish to do things the way we want to do.
Yeah.
Even at the what's the word?
I would say at the expense. Yeah, the expense of other people's safety.
Are there demon oligarchs?
Are there
yes, demon oligarchs. There actually
Huge
are.
theme on our
Unironically,
show. Huge theme on our show.
Yeah. It's a big thing. The demon oligarchs are pitting people against each other, and witches are fighting battles on the front line. And once again, spoilers: there might be some people working on both sides.
So I have a question for Grayson and Winter. Right? Is there a tournament arc?
Not yet. I don't know.
Love a good tournament.
They do get put through like tournament-esque situations where it's like, okay, you're definitely fighting this group of people to get to a goal, but it's not directly like, yo, the winner of this gets everything.
Okay.
And it's often like situations that were cooked up by the brim hats to put Coco through something.
Yo, brim hats it's a crazy gang name.
Yeah,
and their drip is crazy. If you look at their character designs, they look amazing. Like I've never seen villains look that good. Well, the pointed hats, I like their like clean, simple aesthetic, but they all are very individualized in their designs, and they look really cool. Like Egwin, the weirdo in the alley, I love his mask design. It's so cool. But yeah, like the brim hat drip is different compared to everybody else.
I'm glad you brought him up. Creepy Guy at the Festival is who she's talking about. There were 3 or 4 books in that scene, right? Mm-hmm. And I do remember, Quifrey saying that to go through, the library, there was like 4 people, he had to study under them. Is each one of those books like with them?
So we don't really know yet, though. When I'm on like the Witch Hat subreddit community, or if I'm on like Twitter,
you in the subreddit?
Oh,
she's in there.
We in there.
Okay,
she's in it.
People have like theorized that there are other people like Coco who have been given those books, and that are also what does she call? Egwin calls Coco the Child of Hope, essentially. Yeah. So the people are thinking that there are other candidates who have been given those books and who are also unknowing, who are now knowing of the secret, but don't know if they've either been picked up by the brim hats or if they've been allowed to stay with the pointed hats like Coco has. But it seems like they want her to be with the pointed hats to get like, I don't know.
So you mean to tell me the brim hats is just handing out nukes to people?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And they're like, here you go. Here's a bomb. You don't know how to use it, but you will.
Like, you want to know a secret of magic, kid? Like, here.
Yeah. But you radicalize people when they're young. You don't wait till they get older and they're already fully formed.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. See, the problem with the brim hats is they have like a kind of a point. Like magic can be used in a really great way to help a lot of people. It can also be used to hurt a lot of people. So are we going to sacrifice, helping hundreds of thousands of lives for the idea that maybe other lives are going to be hurt? Who's to say who's going to be more saved or more hurt? And I don't want to get too deep in that right now because like we're just vibing in a fucking podcast, but there needs to be some form of balance. And unfortunately, the regular witches don't see it that way, which might lead to their detriment later on down in the.
I think the problem is that you can't implement balance with humans, right? Because 9 times out of 10, the first thing people learned how to make was tools, and then they used them to hunt. and then
We also
against each other, and then we learned fire, and then we learned fire against each other. That like, I think that's part of, or at least like with the manga, or at least where I see where the anime is going, because I haven't read the manga, so I think like that's just inherent in the nature of the people of this world, and that's why they had to ban it almost. Because like, even though the dude, what's his name, the friend
Quifrey?
that gave Shorty the book,
Oh, Egwin.
yeah, Egwin. So even though Egwin did not directly teach her the spell and directly put it in her hand, he gave her something dangerous and was like, "Here, figure it out." And it's like when you just
Or influence.
yeah, influence. And like when you just hand stuff out like that, it's almost as bad as you pulling the trigger yourself.
And the fact that he chose her is something I'm still very curious about. Is like what made him, or I don't know, for them, they're kind of. I feel like they're kind of non-binary. If I'm like reading it,
Yeah,
it's
kind of.
interesting because both the voice actors are Japanese one's like non-binary, and I think the English one is queer.
Oh.
So
I didn't know that.
But in any case, I don't know why they picked Coco, and I'm wondering why they ended up focusing on her. But also, it's crazy because that spell book, because she went through several pages before she got to the petrification spell, and how it starts off like, oh, pretty fireworks, fire, air, blah blah blah. And we got through all this simple stuff before it gave her like the nuclear bomb on like page 50, and there was like nothing.
Nuke the field.
And there was nothing.
That's the thing on the show.
What to worry about.
So the thing went
She
from
was
Dr.
ignorant.
Seuss to Cthulhu. So it went from Dr. Seuss to Cthulhu in like 7 pages.
Essentially.
Yeah.
What?
I'm about to start doing the subreddit for this chat because she did say she was lured there by a butterfly from the festival to get there, so she was targeted. I feel like
For sure she was.
New.
I forgot about that.
The manga didn't mention that, so I'm assuming that's something Shirahama, the author, made, because she worked closely with the production staff. So I'm wondering if that's something that she's adding in there.
I will say, the fact that Quifrey could see her artistic talent so early was probably something that they probably noticed as well, because working with fabrics is much harder than working. I shouldn't say much harder, but it is a different type of skill than just working with your hands. So if you're that good with a fabric and not just pen to pad, then of course you'd be great with pen to pad. It's very possible one of the Brim hats could have got something fixed there and saw her just whipping shit up as like a 5-year-old and said, "Hold on, we can use that."
A part of me kind of thinks that she was also picked because she was unknowing, and then she's coming into this world with brand new eyes. Like she's learning everything off the rip, essentially. So now she can, and she knows the truth. So now she's sitting there going like, I was a normal person 5 months ago. Now I'm a witch. And now the people go up to her like, oh, I want to be witch just like you. And she sees herself in them. But now she's like burdened with the information, though. I could help these people, but I can't because the rules say blah, blah, blah. But if I do that, I am going to harm somebody, or I might lose like myself. And it's so hard seeing her. Like, she's like 12 years old. She's going through a lot of horrors, especially like later in the later chapters. So they're kind of like really putting her through it. And I wonder if that development is what they're trying to do on purpose, and what kind of like world they're going to try to create with her in the future if she does try to leave.
That's really insightful. That's you're
crazy.
Probably right on the money with that. Also, by issue 12, there's a fucking dragon. So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
We love
So,
the dragon.
things get wicked on her end. It never lightens up. And when you think it lightens up, things get kind of darker.
Are you caught up with it?
No, I'm not caught up. I'm far
Where-
behind.
Where are you?
Whew. When I was binging, I must have got to, I'm going to say 30, chapter 30 something. I'm far behind.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you're
far
not
behind.
ready for what's gonna come after that. The
There's
Silver
more.
Eve arc is a lot. There's a lot that goes on there. Like Quifrey, what do you think about Quifrey thus far?
I think Quifrey is good-natured, but clearly a man in the system. Like, he is willing to do bad things and deceive people in order for what he perceives as a greater good.
Sounds like Gojo.
Well, Gojo is willing to just buck the system upright. Like, he will tell He will tell the higher ups to your face, I'll kill you if you mess up my plans to make this a better world. Quifrey isn't like, and tell me if I'm wrong, Winner. Quifrey isn't really like that. If he needs to be sly, he'll try to keep his motives to himself and work in the backgrounds a lot.
He's also very, in a similar way to Gojo, is very isolated.
Yeah.
In that his, do you mind if minor spoiler?
Fucking go for it, lady.
Okay. So later in the manga, you find out that Quifrey was also someone kind of like Coco, where he was found pretty much buried in a casket underneath a silverwood tree, like the tree that makes the magic ink that they go on. And he has lost. They took his eye essentially and experimented on him. The Brim hat, so he has beef, like deep-seated beef with the Brim hats. So he wants to get revenge to get his eye back and figure out like what the fuck are you guys trying to do to me? Excuse me. And
how dare you curse?
He throughout it, he's I don't even know how to say this. He wants to be a good teacher. He loves teaching, and that's very like clear throughout that. But he has his own shady stuff and like underhanded things that he has going on because he wants to find those people who harmed him. That's why he takes Coco on as an apprentice, because she's a lead to those people. So there's a little bit of like self-serving vibe going on there, but he does genuinely care a lot about Coco and his other students, Agate, Tetsuya, and Riche. But I find him to be so interesting. In the later chapters, we get a lot more lore drop on him. That's also it's very heartbreaking, especially with his relationship with the seeing eye of the Atelier, Orugio, who I think we'll meet next episode. That's his like homeboy.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm about to start reading this. Like I know the show comes out weekly, but I'm at this point now where I'm like, I need to know what happens.
It's a great read.
You got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say they say that the manga is more beautiful than the animation. From what I've heard, like the pop-up book like style of it, like is the best medium to receive this. Like there's nothing wrong with the anime. Like it's 10 out of 10, but it's probably better just to read it though.
There's no way they could have captured her art in the anime and not have them and not put the animators through, I don't know, put them through the ringer, because it's almost impossible to put that.
We like to call it slave labor.
None of them have seen their families since Christmas 2 years ago.
That's crazy. Mangaka's out here really outdrawing like the anime. It's like Horikoshi is hard to put his art in animation because he's got that pen.
Yeah. Well, remember they also have assistants. It's never just them, you know.
Yeah.
Unless you're the dude who draws Hunter x Hunter, who wants to draw everything by himself and wonders why his back is hurting.
It's like just hire an assistant or have your wife draw it. Figure it out.
God bless you. God bless you, Tagashi. God bless you. I'm sorry. It's just like Jesus.
No. Pick a deity, pray to him, make the manga. So
how many episodes we're gonna get?
I will say though, this is like a really good season of like fantasy anime, because we got Witch Hat and we also got the new one from the mangaka Fullmetal Alchemist.
Well, before we continue, Winner, thank you for everything that you've been talking about, all your insight on Witch Hat. I really love the way that you broke a lot of the stuff down, especially for Zesty Gojo, Quifrey. Is there anything you want to shout out, anything you want to mention, any socials, any place you want people to find you?
Or recommendations.
Or recommendations? What else? So, Witch Hat right now is the main thing I've been keeping up with. But I will shout out, I only watched a few episodes, but Journal with Witch is really good. It ended last month. It's more of like a slice of life, down to earth story about a 30-something-year-old woman who's adopting or taking custody of her niece after her sister passes away in a tragic car accident. And we're kind of watching them both kind of cope with that. With their they both had a very complicated relationship with her sister and the aunt. But it's very, very good, as much as I got to watch with that. And then as for stuff I'm reading, something that's coming out next season, A Witch's Life in Mongol, is going to be very interesting. I don't know if you can look up and see what the art style looks like, but it's like a historical manga about a Iranian, or in this case, Persian girl who was a slave and eventually was taken, captured in by the Mongols and went back to Mongolia. So now she's working with one of the wives of, Temujin or Genghis Khan's sons, and trying to get back at them for basically ruining her life.
This is very unique. I'm looking at it right now. This art style is very unique.
The studio who did Don is making it, I believe.
Ooh, Side Saru? Nice. Okay. All right.
One more fun fact. I don't know if you guys know, but Kamome Shirahama, she does a lot of variant covers for DC and Marvel.
I did not know that. You shitting me?
Yeah.
Full circle.
Nice. I'll make sure I flash some of those up. I wish I knew that. Okay, thank you.
We need to see some of these variants for sure.
Yeah.
We do comics on this show too. It's the perfect marriage of anime and manga and
everything in between.
Mm.
Listen, again, Winter, thank you for coming on. We'd love to have you in again someday.
Yeah, and thank you for having me. This was fun.
Sweet. Next time we come on, we're going to be well versed in Witch Hat. I might be under the influence and do like 60 chapters in a
caught up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to catch up. I'm not gonna hold you. That sounds crazy. Brim Hats is a crazy gang name. Brim Hats, pointed hats. You got. I'm in it now.
Then the fan translation usually uses Brim Hat, but they're like the Brim Caps in the official translation, which doesn't go as hard. So I always say Brim Hats.
Brim Hats.
Brim Hats.
I throw up a gang sign, but I'm not affiliated.
Not with the Brim Hats.
Thanks again, Winter. Do you need me to get you out of here? You got it.
I think I got it.
All right.
Peace.
All right. Thank you for coming.
Okay, bye. Man, really great. Really great perspective. It's always good to hear from someone that's way farther ahead in the story and just has it down pat. And the subreddit is wild. She's in it.
Yeah. The subreddit was crazy. I'm like, oh, you're in the trenches. Bro. You know the stuff.
Fun fact, Autumn really likes Reddit. Let's talk One Piece, y'all. The Elbaf arc is finally upon us, and Luffy's running around with an axe and a cape.
Sure.
Spoilers.
Is there really spoilers in this episode?
I'm going to talk about some spoilers. That's why I'm telling people stuff, okay? So no one can complain. There's a big flashing GIF that says spoilers, so I'm about to spoil things. All right. These are manga spoilers, so get ready. Listen, Emo touches down in this arc. So this has to be a very well adapted arc. This is a touchstone for One Piece history. This whole arc has to look good and it has to be paced well. I will be very honest. This first episode was okay. And maybe I'm tripping because I remember when I was reading these opening chapters from the manga, I was coming off the high off of my favorite arc, Egghead, and I was like, this is not hitting the same. And it's still not hitting the same for me. It gets good, and then it kind of gets a lull, and then it gets good. Phil, how do you feel?
I was hyped for Elbaf at first in the manga, and then it happened. And then the thing happens in the middle that I'm very, very, very excited to see how they adapt, which there is an episode, I think it's one of our earlier episodes where we were talking about anime movies and like My Hero, and I was like, if I get one anime movie from One Piece, I want it to be God Valley. I wanted that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'll say about that. So there are moments of Elbaf I'm very excited about. However, the thing I don't want to happen, and this is spoiler territory here, mild spoilers. What I don't want to happen is we get Egghead, super dramatic, lore drop, world-changing event. Elbaf, super dramatic, lore drop, world-changing event. And then the arc after that is the same thing. And then the arc after that is the same thing. Because then it'll suffer from the Attack on Titan thing where the moments they start to lose their weight because of every single moment that you have is the nuke. The nuke loses its prestige. So
But to be Hero X.
yeah. It's like if you keep giving me banger after banger, which is fine to give banger after banger, but like it gets to a certain point where I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just waiting for it to happen. But there are a lot of great moments in Elbaf, a lot of peak, like very, very peak One Piece moments. So I'm excited for it. However, I'm waiting to see what happens after Elbaf and how the rest of Elbaf is handled. Now, if it's the end of the series after Elbaf, lit, sign me up.
It should be. He said it should be. He said he's in the final arc, but knowing Oda, who knows what that
final arc is going to take 4 years to finish.
Very possibly, yeah. It's supposed to be ending 5 years ago, as of 4 years ago. So
yeah, the only thing I don't want to happen is we get the Naruto ending, where it's like Madara is the big bad.
Oh, you don't say.
Psych. It's not Madara. It's Zetsu. Psych again. It's not Zetsu. It's Kaguya. Who's Kaguya? Nobody knows.
Chill. We mentioned her in the chapter like 200 chapters ago, right before the story ended. Listen, love One Piece, and this episode was cool. It was set dressing. I know for a fact if this follows the actual 3 chapters that happened, because it will, the next 3 chapters that I read were like not that fun for me. So it's basically a month of just me not having fun with One Piece. Hopefully they can condense that all down into 1, maybe 2 episodes, and then we can get to the stuff that needs to be addressed. Like actually see Loki and go to the Elbaf children's fucking school and meet Scopper Gabon. I want to see all that, because if I am correct in the way that they're pacing this, the next episode is going to be boring. It's going to be silly hijinks, and it's like, that's just not me. That's been my one thing with One Piece that I know I'm in the minority of, but like when they get super, super silly for like 2 or 3 episodes straight, I'm good. Yeah. Or like 1 or 2 episodes straight, I'm like, I'm fine.
And then it gets to the reason that they switched to seasonal was to fix the pacing.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of rumors of them adapting only 1 to 2 chapters per episode. I really hope that's just rumors. This has been only 2 chapters. So I don't know. I don't know, dog.
Insanity is thinking they're not going to switch it up at all.
Yeah, I mean, why would you? It prints money.
It does print money. I do want to talk about this great moment, this badass moment with the red hair pirates blowing up Bart's ship.
Yeah.
This
boy Shanks.
The best parts about Elbaf to me have been the flashback to you know what, and them showing how gangsta Shanks is.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think
that's been the funnest part, and it shouldn't be, because so much crazy stuff happens, but it just hasn't been hidden.
Yeah, but like I think that the Shanks of it all is like Shanks is also one of those characters that we don't get a lot of, but when we do, we like chomp at the bit for it, right?
100%.
And the same thing with all the stuff that happens, and then the thing that we're not going to talk about is possibly one of the most hyped moments in One Piece. I'll say that it's top. It's like Egghead, and then that for me.
Okay. All right. Well. Listen, we'll see. I'm gonna be here for the ride. I'm gonna watch all the episodes, and we're gonna review them. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm not sorry. One Piece is like traditional, like 800, 2K views for us from short, so I'm cool with it.
One Piece be cooking.
One Piece do be cooking. Yeah. Let's talk about someone else that was cooking. We all know, love, and appreciate Full Metal Alchemist, and we all know that they finally, the mangaka had released a book that had a weird release schedule in America, but it's getting animated, and boy, we love to see it. Demons of the Shadow Realm, thank God you have finally arrived. Oh my God.
Yeah.
First off, doesn't that look like an Elric brother?
Oh yeah, for sure. You can tell like certain anime artists, like certain mangaka, just have a style, and it's not a bad thing.
It's a great thing. You know, it makes them distinct. Quick synopsis of the story. Two brothers separated at birth. Yuru and Asa. Our big golden boy with the archery stuff thinks that his twin is being locked up for whatever reason. He doesn't know why. Turns out, no, you're basically in a cult and a whole bunch of people need to save you. They've been trying to save you forever. There's a weird barrier around where you live. And he meets his actual twin, who he was separated from. And violence ensues, and boy, does it get violent.
With technology. See, where they're at right now is like super duper not. They thought this was a dragon.
They thought this was a dragon, yeah.
Well, they never saw the actual airplane because there was a barrier over where they lived. So all they saw was the chemtrails that the airplane leaves. I know it's not actually chemtrails. I'm trolling, obviously, but the trails of the airplane.
Yeah, Yuru with his friend look up and say, "Oh my God, another dragon!" No, nigga, it's an airplane. And Asa comes in badass. Also, I want to say, this was a very bloody first episode.
Oh my God!
My goodness.
Gobble. I was like, yo.
He looked like Edward. I don't know. This is evil Edward.
Evil Ed. That's his evil twin. Asa comes through and blows the brains out of his fake sister, which was a violent way to end that. I was like, I thought we were going to get some explanation or some lore dump or anything. Okay, let's get straight to the shit here. And the episode ends with him finding out that he has demons. See, people have demons in this world. They always come in pairs of two, and they can do things, incredible things. Who knows the limits of their power? Because I haven't read the whole damn manga yet. And Yuru has demons that look like this. Bro. Sick designs.
Oh, yeah. Beastie.
So it goes from a feudal era story about a random boy in a village to like, oh no, this is in the modern era, and they have superpowered demons that follow them wherever they go. Very crazy twist and subversion, and the twist of him being in essentially a cult and stolen from his family was also something I didn't see coming. I can't wait to see how this story goes.
The thing I like about it too is that they didn't spend much time with him in the rural village. It was there for like maybe like 15 minutes, and they're like, all right, guys, we're up now.
Wrap it up.
Wrap this up. But I think that's one of the things that I enjoy about it is the fact that it's not about that. That's not what the story is about.
How'd you feel about it, Digger?
I just like that Colleen is back in a Full Metal Alchemist manga, because like that she is the left or right of the Daemons. Riza Hawkeye's, voice actor. So, yeah, I mean, it was a cool little story. Yeah, I mean, I just wish that we had like a two-piece like Witch Hat. I was like, they could have gave us the second episode.
They could have, but whatever.
This was so it was like the first chapter of manga was like 20, 30 pages. So it's like, this is beat for beat of the first chapter.
I think the first chapter was like 50, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah, whatever it was. But this is exactly how it played out in that first chapter. And it's kind of crazy to see it played out damn near beat for beat. But that's what happens when, one of the greatest anime of all time, one of the greatest manga of all time, you kind of do what you want.
Yeah, when you're a mangaka of that status, like, you can demand whatever you want, Yeah. I doubt anyone's telling her in a Japanese studio, nah, we need to change this.
Yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist is like the gold standard for what anime should. We call it brotherhood, like getting a brotherhood adaptation. That's it's a word we use now.
Yeah. Bro, that's a fact. Listen, her story was so good, getting it right became a verb. That's crazy work. Yeah, that's legendary status.
Hunter x Hunter did it first, but no one cares because Brotherhood was so good.
Brotherhood is so good.
And
it ended. That quite matters, actually. I know it sounds like we're picking on them, but I mean, it ended. It's very important.
Yeah, I mean, some people need to be bullied. But yeah, it did end. It ended good.
Speaking of great stories with awesome endings, I quite love the ending of this. Some people have a problem, whatever. We need to talk about Invincible. Spoilers, y'all. Spoilers. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers.
I have a lot to say about Invincible.
So do I. I kind of want
episode.
Listen, Mark is going to live. If you couldn't guess, it's the name. He's the name of the show. So duh. But it takes him several months to recover. Little fun factoid: in the comic, it takes him 9 months to recover. In this, they say it only takes 2. I wonder what that's going to change in the story. Anyway.
Also, they did him dirty with that beard.
No, I want to talk about that too. I actually appreciate that beard.
Okay. All right.
So I appreciate it because as soon as I saw the way the beard grew out, I was like, oh yeah, he's Asian. Duh.
That's crazy.
I'm not.
I mean,
I'm dead serious. If you talk to the average Asian person and just ask them how their hair grows out on their face, a lot of them will say similar to that. I saw discourse on it on like the internet, like on Twitter and YouTube and stuff, and a lot of Asian people were saying like, you guys don't understand, that's how my hair grows out. I'm sure there's some random Asian dude out there with a beard that just as full as mine and looking like Rick Ross, I'm sure, but like most Asians that I see hang out and interact with, like their hair grows out similar to that. So I thought that was a very astute choice considering they made Mark half Asian in the show.
They gave him a struggle beard, but all right.
He was struggling.
All right. Listen, if it's culturally relevant, then
I would love and educate me. Maybe I'm tripping, and maybe the Asian people I've talked to, maybe they're tripping as well. I'm clearly not Asian, so I'm not the authority on this. But that's the first thing I thought, and I got to reconfirm by other people. So until someone like re-educates me, that's my viewpoint.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What did you think about the episodes, though?
All right. Now, the episode was cool, dramatic, and had a lot of weight to it. But I guess we should talk about the actual contents of the episode. They finally go to war. And before they go to war, Oliver has some one-on-one time with his dad, which is well needed to heal their relationship. All really cool and great stuff. All right. They pull up together and they take care of business. The Viltrumites attacked basically the Golden World or whatever, which was unforeseen, and kind of riled up everybody involved in the war, proving they need to take out the Viltrumites immediately. But I want to show this part. As cool and devastating as the fights were, right? There's an animation problem with Invincible, y'all. There just is.
Talk
The
about
budget.
just is.
They got all these voice actors.
There just
JPEGs.
is.
Moving JPEGs.
There is some scenes in which I gave a lot of grace, especially the first season. I think they had a different animation studio. But I give a lot of grace because I know that this is the Skybound animation studio. They're just not as big budget. And if I read correctly on Twitter, one of the 4 people that worked on this, like hands-on, said we just didn't have enough time or manpower. I would like to make things look better, but we literally could not.
Man, Mappa would never. Them boys would never. They would be locked in a basement, chained to a radiator, with a pen and ink, drawing.
It's just a shame because it's hard for me to ignore some of these. It's real. Like we laughing, but it's so real. Like Mappa would not let something as prestige as Invincible look as low budget as it is. I thought
Mappa
season
said,
1.
We know the secret to magic. It's slave labor and a pen and the pattern.
Yeah.
Bro, this is a visual medium, okay? And you guys have already won. You guys are consistently in the cultural zeitgeist. So many people are watching your shows. Amazon keeps renewing you for more seasons. You are on top. It's not like it's a moment or two where it's like, it looks cheap. Entire episodes look cheap, y'all. Very powerful and impactful moments don't look good. And it's becoming more consistent. And God bless the group of animators that even tried to put this together in basically, essentially, from what I'm understanding in the timeline, a year, and like basically only 4 main animators, which is like, that is not a lot of people.
That's crazy.
Like 4 main animators, who knows how many assistants, but clearly not enough.
When did the last season of Invincible come out? It was like what, a year to 2 years?
That was last year. That was last year.
We were covering it on. No, I don't think we covered it.
Nah, so like y'all had a year to get it together. Like I understand that animation is very difficult, right?
Yes, it is.
But when you look at actual anime, and yes, the practices are a little sketchy. They're a whole lot sketchy.
No, they're very sketchy. They're terrible. They are terrible.
But at the same time, figure it out. Because if you look at the Devil May Cry series that was on Netflix, phenomenal animation. If you look at the Castlevania series that's on Netflix,
that's next level. That's next
phenomenal.
level.
But it's like you have the resources to do it, especially with a company like Amazon, or even the budget was like what, 250 million?
I don't think it was 250 million. I think per episode it was like 1.5 or something like that. It was something like that.
Crazy. That's a crazy number.
But here's the thing: all the money you can. I had this broken down for me before watching a YouTube video. It's not just about the money. Okay, so let's say I want a damn good hamburger. I want a damn good hamburger. Okay, and I'm at a place where I have $1,000. Whoever make me the best hamburger possible, make it for me in 30 seconds. They're going to look at you and be like, I can do the best that I can, but I will need more than 30 seconds. Give me what you got. You pay them all that damn money, you still get a half-cooked hamburger. Like, you need the time and you still need the talent and manpower. And unfortunately, America, culturally, for sequential cartoons, because Invincible is an adult cartoon, we have never invested that much money or time or precision into making sure they look as good as possible. That's just a cultural deficit that we have. That's why we keep outletting and outsourcing all of our animation to Japanese and Korean studios. And this is an American company. Skybound Animation is an American company by Robert Kirkman.
That's a crazy thing of where we're at. Where like, this is good enough shouldn't be okay. It shouldn't be okay that it's just finished.
I have a comment for that. But Dick, you had something you want to say?
I'm kind of like probably in the minority here, but I mean, I really don't care too much for it. When I noticed it when y'all were talking about the Hell episode about the animation, I was like, I mean, yeah, okay, but like, that's not an episode that I would think to look super duper fancy. I think we, as consumers of anime, have been spoiled with it, and we tend to let that be like the end all be all of if we're going to enjoy it or not. But I haven't even really this is our second season watching Invincible. I didn't see it, what I'm saying, when it first started. I'm sure, I don't know if it got better or stayed the same as far as animation.
It definitely looked a little better.
But they also composited a lot, or at least supplemented a lot with CGI.
Okay, so, but yeah. I mean, we are kind of spoiled, but like, I mean, rightfully so. Like you were saying, this is a bigger corporation handling it, and you expect to see something, a little bit more polished than what we're getting.
I think the concept of like having such a higher budget, the voice talent is cool, and it's cool to have some people do it, but at the same time, if the animation has a sacrifice, because remember, that's the purpose of it, is the animation, not the voice actors. The voice actors are cool, but that's a secondary thing. Like, I can give a fuck all who voices Conquest, as long as they do it good.
That's right.
But you still have the means to produce good animation because it's animation. It's the purpose of it.
Absolutely.
That's like making a movie and all the sound is bad. Why am I watching this thing?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I got to concede that point to you. It is, but there has to be a balance in between what you maybe it's not like they're gonna fucking listen to me. There's somewhere in between both of us, right? Where maybe we can take a little longer, like you said, but we can't take an extra year in between. We can't keep losing momentum. Maybe they can, animate a little bit better but maybe it won't be the best thing ever. But it just has to be better than it is right now. I'm not a huge animation. I don't like to shit on animation because I know how long and how hard it takes. And I know for a fact those people put in long, hard hours to make that shit go. But if they need to add more people to the staff or maybe take an extra 2-3 months, I'm okay with that as opposed to what we're getting now. This is getting a little crazy.
Hold on, I'll give you a good example, right? I'll give you two. One is American, one is Japanese, right? We've been talking about Hunter x Hunter a lot. Mm-hmm. But when that chapter drops, regardless of how long it takes, that's all you're going to hear about for at least a week or two, right? And then even going into like the animation side of it with Into the Spider-Verse, when that movie comes out, are you not going to be waiting in bated breath to watch that movie?
We can't compare movies to animation.
Yeah,
it's an animated movie. No. We can't compare a movie which typically takes 2 to 3 years to make. So we might wait 3 or 4, okay? Compared to something that's supposed to come out yearly and have an episode out each week. We can't compare like a sequential manga, which is traditionally drawn and given to us every single week, to like something that comes out once a year. Those are two different mediums. And on top of that, it has been openly stated that the long hiatuses has actually detrimentally hurt the momentum of Hunter x Hunter. That could be one of the biggest mangas on earth. And because he refuses to put things out on time, it is barely cracking the bestsellers list.
I was going to see that point. You're right.
And that is why it's important to have a schedule. Even if it is not the best schedule, you're supposed to release some stuff at a point in time. It's habit watching.
Yeah.
And if there's something else that takes you away from that habit, it's very easy to drift away, and then you lose money and you lose the ability to make another season or to keep drawing or making something, because all this shit still costs.
That's fair.
But enough of ragging on Invincible. I thought
visual
it was
a medium. I'm ready for
this. I really want to talk about something that Desmond went crazy over, apparently.
That's my boy, man. That's my boy, bro.
Emperor.
The aura farming Emperor King Arthur Curry, man.
Give us a quick synopsis of issues 1 through 15, because apparently you ran through all of them.
1 through 15?
So I thought that Emperor Aquaman was like a 1. Like I thought it was like a redo again. I was like, okay, well, if it's all in, and that this, you said the author, the writer said this is supposed to be like an absolute, and I thought it would just start as a 1. But seeing that number 15, and then we're reviewing 16 now, I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna actually go back and read it, because I stopped at like maybe 4 or 5 when it was coming out, just because I was just new to receiving comics back then anyway. But nah, today I binged through it. So 1 through 8, right, is the Dark Tide kind of era. You get Arthur having his hydrokinesis power from his wife from some event that happened before. I didn't read that, but
absolute power.
Okay. So he learns how to blood bend, and it's some wicked shit. He gets a new sword that sends forward or backwards, forged from his soul. He fights some guy named Dagon. He's like the controller of every ocean, like in space, or like anything with water, he's in control of. They call it the Blue. And that first 1 through 8, him trying to get back to his Atlantean people was like some of the best stuff I've ever read. Just in general, and it's visually like
it's beautiful.
The colorist, the artist, and the writer, they have the best symbiotic relationship that I've ever received in comics as a 3. Like all 3 of them go the fuck off. And I've read obviously he wins, but that was all part of the ploy. That's what we're about to get into right now. So the aftermath of Aquaman, receiving the blue powers, he goes back to Atlantis, and he thinks nothing is there because there's a barrier blocking them. That's going to come into play because apparently Zabel, is that how you say where his wife is from? Maria?
Zebel.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Arthur's wife, her mom has been going around pretending to be Arthur and Maria's daughter, and basically during the DCKO, she gives Arthur this necklace that is basically ciphering the Omega energy as he won. And reading Aquaman versus Hawkman, this nigga swept him 2-0
Yeah,
clean.
he beat the shit out of him.
that shit was crazy. So man, just reading 1 through 15, it just really got me hyped. Like the prophecy in it, the kiss of death, quite literally. Like, I'm ready, man. This shit is peak. I need to go buy those copies and have them physically.
Yeah, first off, great breakdown. W to you. This has been one of the funnest books I've been reading for the past 2 years. And when I talked to Jeremy Adam at MegaCon, he was like, I think he said this in public too, like, they're kind of just like letting me do whatever I want because like not enough people are reading. So it's like, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, I kind of wish this happened with more books because you're doing some really cool shit. Like, he controls the blue, like Desmond said, which is a crazy power up. Like,
took a
like
punch from Superman.
He took a punch from Superman and ate it. Like, what the green is. You remember what the green is, right? Right, Phil?
Yeah.
It's the same concept. Anywhere where there's an ocean or a body of water, like he draws power from that infinitely.
Oh, wow.
Not just here, but like anywhere else in the universe.
Space oceans?
Oh yes. And we get into it.
Oh, that's gnarly.
So in this opening page, he's basically using his powers and doing some ritual to give Mera back her powers of hydrokinesis, which is like, yeah, give her back her powers. That's like her whole thing. But he still, because he's connected to the blue, still has power over water. So he's good regardless.
Oh, that's crazy.
Everything that happened with DCKO had, villains and the heroes fighting. So King Shark pops up because he's like, listen, I know what's going on with all this Omega energy shit. We need to team up and figure things out. You're my king. I don't care about our old beefs. So he goes on a mission with him to, like you were saying, space seas, outer space oceans. It's lit.
That's crazy.
I know he has a gang of sharks that just follows him at his own command. Not just like, the sharks that he uses to ride, like humanoid sharks. So we get to see him use his blue powers to travel through different oceans, into different parts of the dimensions, whatever. And he gets to this really odd one that feels really warm and has a whole bunch of insectoids that prophesize he'd come, which is sketchy. But whatever. They meet up. They try to have a dinner or whatever to honor him. And of course, Mr. Too Cool for School is like, I don't need your food. Let's get to work. Thank God he did do that, though, because it turns out that food was infected. And they were trying to turn Arthur into one of these parasites. Because you can't... Listen, for those of you guys who don't know, when you get invited to an alien planet, don't touch the food. Treat it like fucking Mexico's water. Don't put that shit in your body. It never ends good. All right? Watch someone eat that shit first.
With bug people, it can go 2 ways. It can go like this, or it can go like Invincible.
It could go like Invincible. But at least you watch them kill it. Shit gets wicked, and Aquaman has to use his powers. Like I said before, he gave his powers that he had of hydrokinesis back over to Mera, but he's connected to the blue, so he still controls all water. He makes a fucking giant fist construct and punches the shit out of the bug. Not only does he punch the shit out of the bug, he uses those constructs, right? And then splits up the water and finds all the other bugs and flushes the parasites out of them. Look at this shit.
That's crazy.
It's OP. Blood bending. This nigga out here doing what's it called? Dang it.
Bro, you doing it all.
I like the upgrades that they gave Aquaman, because normally Aquaman is like a B-list hero.
He can really tango with the strongest of the strong right now. He's an avatar of the blue.
Yeah.
As you can see, he separated the parasites from their bodies and they're thanking him. You think everything's done in a nice clean bow, which it should be, right? But no, because someone's hating ass mother-in-law is going to grab somebody. Desmond talked about her before.
Yeah.
Mara's mom is out here plotting against Arthur because, he dethroned her. Bitch, you were in my way. And they're swimming together with another enemy of his to grab someone. Do you know who they're going to grab? Black fucking Manta.
So Crimson Queen, Black Manta, and who's the other person that was with there?
I forget. But
wait, what is he? What's he holding?
A dark trident. I can't wait for this next issue. This book has been so much fun. It has been so cool. Like Arthur keeps finding shit that he has to beat. He keeps getting cool power-ups. They keep putting him in cool situations. And like he's like unironically the coolest character in the book. Like I'm always excited to see what he does next. Like Desmond, I kind of wish I had the experience of reading 1 through 15 straight. Because every time I get done with an issue, I'm like, God damn. Get here sooner next month.
That shit was peak. What were you gonna say about he told you in at the con? Or Adam.
So I told him how you said, damn, this feels like it could have been an absolute book. And he was like, they're being really particular about what's absolute, what's not. But I think it was issue 6 or 7. It's been a while since I read it, where he gets transported to that other dimension or whatever. He gets in some water and he gets in some water and gets transported away. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It was around that time.
He was supposed to stand up and be in the absolute universe.
Oh, that's crazy.
That would have been crazy. That was his plan originally. And DC for I mean, whatever, they have things planned, said no.
I mean, the story worked out regardless. Like I said, 1 through 8 for sure. Like of just the art, because after it turns into his wife's Mary's story, pretty much. She's like the main focus after that. But 1 through 8 for sure.
Yeah. I think this story is being done masterfully. Like there's something to be said. Like, bro, the pivots that these niggas be having to go through, they don't tell us. You have this great masterful story and you've planned it out and you got it okayed. And then, a publisher or an editor says, actually, nigga, change all your plans, but make sure it's just as good. And you better do it. Otherwise you get canceled. That's what happened with this book. And it came out just, if you didn't tell me that, I wouldn't know. And the only reason I know was because I specifically asked about it, because I've been enjoying this book so fucking much. So again, shout out to Jeremy Adams. I'm a fucking fan. I'm actually going to start reading his Flash run because he told me some shit about it. I was like, wow, why didn't I read that? I just love all his writing. I don't think I've ever read anything that I dislike from this guy.
All three, man. The writer, the colorless, and the him. Obviously, they're just all doing their thing. Man.
Yeah, they're killing it. I've been yapping for a minute now, but I just want to get your perspective on. I know you're not caught up with Absolute Green Lantern, but how have you been enjoying the concept of this Green Lantern so far, Phil?
For me, I am enjoying it. I think that it's a new take on the Green Lantern mythos, which we haven't gotten in a long time.
Yeah.
Normally, it's just like, oh, person has color ring. It's literally all set tripping. That's really all it is.
Sure.
It's just your color different than mine, so now I got to bang on you. Like that's really all Green Lantern is. So I think getting a deeper introspection of like the colors and the way that they work has been really good for the overall mythos of Green Lantern. It really fits with the absolute universe. So
let me tell you, it only gets deeper. It only gets deeper, my friend.
Yeah, I need
yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to Joe. She's not even the focal part of this issue, though. Even though she's directly on the cover, which is fucking.
But that's really good.
Oh, you know what's crazy? I'm just realizing that isn't her on the cover. Holy shit! Great foreshadowing.
It looks quite Manhunterish.
That art is wild.
It is wild. Absolute Green Lantern, issue number 1. They are not on Earth anymore, fellas. Planet Ran.
Well, you said issue number 1?
No, I said issue 13.
Oh.
He said 1.
I'm tripping.
I was like, it started over?
Let me tell you, this is a great jump on issue, though. I swear to God. They are issue 13. They are not on Earth anymore. They're on Planet Ran. I'm sure you noticed that pink skin fuck down there in the bottom panels. Sinestro, he's a piece of shit. He's extending his power to many parts of the world.
13 already?
These absolute books have been flying by, man. They're reprinting all issue 1s. I might do a video and go to my comic shop when they redo all those issue 1s. That does not happen. Is that something I want to document? Long story short, the Black Stars are fucking shit up per the usual, and they're making machinations to fuck more shit up. They do not like the fact that Joe Mullen, who has no idea what she's doing, has the power of the green, which in this universe is the SOAR. I'm not even going to get into all that. There's just 4 different levels of understanding. She's SOAR, but she's also has almost no understanding. So she is a Tomar, an anomaly. All you need to know for now. Cool. We're cool. Great.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. The Black Stars run a lot of the universe, and this fucker right here is one of their loyal soldiers. One of the Devil's most loyal soldiers, period. He is about to interview somebody. This scientist who has been working on Zeta beams. These Zeta beams, which in our universe have been used for our universe. The main DC universe has been used for like travel and communication. Well, these fuckers want to use it to go further places and further spread their terror across the universe. They want information on it, so they torture him and they try to get more information out of him. While trying to do that, he's like, yo, where's my daughter? And they're like, fuck you. All right. We have these cool Max vests that will mess with your mind and scare the shit out of you until you do what we say. Very twisted stuff. It's giving a little Hitlerish vibes here, but the show goes on. He asks for his daughter, and they're like, oh my God, this nigga and his daughter. Fine, you want to see your daughter? Let's show you your daughter. His daughter has been fucking lobotomized.
Oh no.
His daughter's been lobotomized, and she's also a loyal soldier to the fucking devil and that black goop energy that comes out of them. So they need out of him. They make sure that the daughter kills him. The absolute universe is getting real dark, bro.
Oh my God, what? It started as like a fun little plucky story. Well,
it is not
close it can get.
After that, we have those same soldiers go over to where the Zeta beams are, try to investigate them. Someone pops out of the Zeta beams. Oh, hold on. Someone pops out of the Zeta beams, and they get their ass kicked by him.
I was like, is that Firebird? What?
That was Firebird. I don't know who this character is, and I'm a DC guy, but she looks like she's like from Earth, from another time, probably an older time. She comes through, kicks the shit out of him, and she kills the Black Star dude. That is the end of the issue.
Cool character design.
Yeah, but the Zeta beams don't time travel. They just travel. They normally
That's
travel.
exactly. There is one thing I did forget to mention.
Mm-hmm.
They have this thing called the 0-1 or the 0 zone, whatever it may be, where it's a sense. I want to say it's like a phantom zone. You're just stuck there forever, and kind of no one is able to get in or out, except for this lady who got in when they were trying to mess around with the Zeta beams and stuff.
Oh,
and they paid for it.
Old.
Yeah, I have no problem with this. I thought this was a great issue. I don't know who this character is, but I'm excited for it. The last thing you see is that she gets sucked back into the 0-1 or 0 zone, and it says, no man escapes me. But she's not a man. She's a woman. So, of course, she can escape occasionally. You see all those skeletons of people that never escaped.
Manhunter.
Maybe. It looks like Manhunter, right?
Yeah. No man escapes the Manhunters.
Oh, wow. Listen, I'm such a fucking doofus. Of course. You just put that together for me. Thank you, Phil.
Damn.
And that would make sense with the Green Lantern lore because the Manhunters were the original soldiers for the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
Oh my god! He's cooking! Oh my god, bro!
That's crazy,
bro. No, yeah,
Wow.
I don't know, man. Ooh, you just unlocked something in me.
I'm aroused.
What Jabber say?
I can only get so erect. Why did I not piece that together? Oh my god, bro!
Maybe
It might be.
it might be.
I'm
We'll find out next issue.
They
We'll
did
find out
say.
next issue.
Did they ever say who their crossover for the absolute people were going to be?
No, and we will see. We'll
It
see.
would be cooler if it was like in the Flash.
Oh, Desmond, you're thinking of
Green
Martian
Lantern.
Manhunter.
No. Like
oh.
Manhunter is literally a different thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the Manhunters, before the Guardians made the Green Lanterns, they made these sentient robots called the Manhunters.
And the Manhunters are such an important part of the Green Lantern Corps because like they were too obedient. They had like no like willful discernment. Whereas like the Green Lanterns had compassion because they were like, sentient beings.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you, Phil. This is why I love talking about this stuff.
Yeah, we get to dissect it.
Oh my God. I got to the page. I was like, oh, cool. She's stuck. And then you said, oh my God. We're introducing Manhunters? Huh?
I might have to catch up on that too. It might be a nice little 1 through 12 read for me.
Let me tell you something right now. We're gonna get to this final book and then we'll talk Daredevil. It's a mind bender. It really is. Like it's not just straight up like colors. It is levels of understanding, and within those levels, how far in that level of understanding are you? And guys, I love DC. You guys know I love DC.
It's okay.
I really do. I do try to fit in books I think we would like. If I like it, that's cool. But if like we won't like it, I don't even try to bring it to y'all attention because I don't want you to fucking.
They out here winning, bro. It's
It's
okay.
okay.
Like
you don't have to bring up Marvel. It's fine. I promise you, it's okay.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if you bring up a Marvel book and it's gas, I will stop talking bad about Marvel.
Okay. Well, we have ways to go.
Exactly. Okay.
Jeff Lemire is going crazy with this book, The Fury of Firestorm. Holy shit, guys!
Firestorm is another like B to C list character.
I didn't think this would be next level either.
Well, it sure enough is. Jeff Lemire is on the pen for this. The same writer for Absolute Flash. And he's written countless amazing stuff, amazing things. Black Hammer, if I remember correctly, Sweet Tooth. He's written all up and down the world in ways, you know what I mean? He's the fucking man.
Fun fact, I saw Firestorm in the first issue of the Aquaman All In. And I was like, oh, that's Firestorm. Didn't even peep until I reread it today.
That's funny as hell. Yeah. There's a lot of biblical allusions in the first page.
Love that.
Day 1, he came. Day 2, he wandered. All right. Which is like, okay, what's he about to do? I'll tell you what he's about to do. This is a Jeff Lemire book, so there will be suffering and scariness. Day 3, the nuclear man began to experiment. He wanted to know what it would be like to live in a world of glass and chalk. Mind you, there's whole human beings around you, so maybe you shouldn't do that. Whatever.
Glass and chalk is crazy. Those two things don't even make sense.
Day 4, he makes it happen. And clearly, people turn to glass and fucking chalk.
Oh, no.
Day 5.
Both of those things are man-made too, right?
Actually, yes.
So Firestorm's whole power is to alter the chemical composition of things on a molecular level. So basically, that person is no longer a human. That person is all concrete now. You're gone. There is no person there. There is no way to come back from that. You're gone.
Never going back. Never going back. No, you can't make me. Day 5, he kind of regrets it. Day 6, he's like, fuck it. And day 7, he just starts torturing people.
Oh my god,
crazy.
No, I apologize. Day 6, he's torturing people. Day 7, because we're religious people in this podcast, clearly. We love the Lord.
He rested.
Day 7, the man rests. The nuclear man rests.
Over a lake of hellfire? Sure. That is what? This
was the most insane way to start a fucking comic book about Firestorm that I ever could have thought in my head. I would have never actually thought of this in my head. What?
It's got to be like Firestorm in control of the body for the first time, because it's like it's the two people, right? Because Firestorm is made up of two people who come together using the Firestorm matrix to create Firestorm. One person is driving the body, the other person is like the back of the head. Like, this sounds like just Firestorm. It's the entity of Firestorm that is the Matrix, just being like, I'm a person. I'm going to turn people into chalk in class.
I like the way you're thinking, man. Firebird gets a knock on her door at 4 o'clock in the morning, and they're like, get your ass up. Your boyfriend is going crazy in a town that he shouldn't be in right now. She's like, Ronnie wouldn't do that. Get out of here. And they're like, bitch, get in here. So what she does, she gets in there. Along the way, they brief her about what's going on, and she's like, Ronnie wouldn't do that. He's not a psycho. And they're like, okay, just get dressed. She gets dressed. She is also, a very competent superhero. As Phil pointed out earlier, Firebird is able to withstand the nuclear blast because, let's not forget, he's the nuclear man for a reason. He will blast you with nuclear fire. Yeah. Yes, he will nuke the field, quite literally.
Nuke the field. So
between her powers and the fact she knows Firestorm so well, because they used to fucking date, they're like, you're the perfect person to de-escalate the situation. So she pulls up to the town and says, oh shit, y'all niggas wasn't bullshitting. Yo, Ronnie was tripping. Hey, yo.
Crash out.
Bruh. Man, yo, we can't even put them on a t-shirt. They're still chalk. And they finally find Ronnie. Firestorm is chilling amongst his creations, amongst his experiments. They tell him to calm down, and he's like, I'm fucking Firestorm. You can't make me do anything. And the first thing he does is that to one of the soldiers. Mind you, they said earlier that the suit that they had on was extra protection, nuclear, blase, blah. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. I'm the nuclear man. You think I can't nuke one dude?
He Dr. Manhattan his shit.
100%. It's like he's cooked. He didn't just like turn him into something that he can change it back to. He just like splatted him. Look how scared Firebird is. You're like, hey, yo.
Oh, niggas getting shot for real?
Yo, chill, daddy. I don't even know them like that.
I thought we was playing.
Bro, they warned you. He was up in pole on niggas. He pulled up. He up pole. And you're surprised that he up pole.
You gotta stop inviting shiesty niggas to meetings.
100%. Do not invite these niggas to functions. While all this is happening,
that's too meta right now.
No, I said what I said. I said what I said. I said exactly what I said. I knew exactly what I meant.
While all this is happening, Ronnie's literally in his head, or maybe in another dimension, wherever he may be. He is not in control of his body right now. He's fighting this werewolf monster, and the werewolf monster saying, "Yo, you are not supposed to be here." And notice how it's this ideological or idyllic version of a comic book. He's making the old school 60s Silver Age style. He's making buses into cakes and splatting them, and the blast he's doing isn't giving them cancer. It's just like a fun little romp. And then he realizes, actually, I'm kind of confused. I really shouldn't be here right now. And then the next thing you notice is the fact that he is somewhere very dark and isolated. And all he hears is someone call out to him. And guess what that voice does when they talk for a couple seconds? He nukes them immediately.
God.
Wherever they are, whether it be in his mind or another dimension, the nuclear man got rid of Ronnie Raymond fucking immediately. Phil, you hit the nail on the goddamn head. He is running rampant right now.
I might name my Lightstorm deck the Matrix, because bro, he is just out here. You set down anything. You could be bluffing. You could be setting down just a normal ass magic card just to bluff. Man, I'm destroyed anyway. I don't give a fuck. You're not having nothing present.
You can't have nothing nice. All your shit going. You know what's crazy too about his power, Justin, is like you mentioned it. Like he could just give you cancer and just fly away, and there's nothing you can do about it. 100%. He could just give you the illest stage four in every part of your body, and then just fly away
and just dip. Figure it out.
Yeah, let Tom deal with you. I don't got time for this.
100%. Well, he nukes his ex-girlfriend because, like, I don't even know you like that. You were dating someone that was like controlling my body. Get the fuck out of here. And she says, "Okay, that's not Ronnie. Whatever's doing that ain't what it used to be. Okay, we need to find the one person that knows Ronnie better than me." And I sucked his dick, so like he knows him really well. It's the professor. The professor has been doing research apparently about like, yo, is the Matrix sentient?
No.
Clearly it is. And he's been going through it. You find him burning all his research, like cowered away like a hermit in someone's house. And that's how the issue ends. This shit was incredible. I did not expect it to be this good. I just didn't.
You think they'll somehow still merge? Like keep that part of the canon?
I mean, Ronnie is there.
Yeah.
But Ronnie has had more than one host, one partner other than the scientist.
Yeah. And also with the scientist has had other people, merge with him.
Yeah. This happened during Blackest Night.
If I remember correctly, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Firestorm became sentient when it got a Black Lantern because Ronnie died. And then Firestorm came back, but it was like, if you could pull that picture up of Firestorm.
Yeah.
John was gnarly. But yeah, kind of, and Firestorm was like in control. And Firestorm killed his girlfriend, didn't it? It turned her into a pillar of salt.
Right there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it turned her into a pillar of salt.
That's so far.
Shout out Jeff Jones. That's biblical.
Yeah. Hitting us with the biblical themes again.
Yeah. Well, Firestorm is basically God,
Yeah, the wrath of Firestorm is nothing to be. Oh, the fury of Firestorm, like God's fury. Oh man, it's left, right, and center, isn't it?
Yeah. Huh.
I love this issue. I think you'll love this issue. Jeff Lemire. I haven't read anything of his that I hate. And I think that if you ever get to it, guys, whenever you get to it, everyone should read this book because it's really damn good.
I'm gonna read it a month after, but yeah,
I'm picking it up. I'm in there. You had me at turning people to chalk and glass.
Yeah, it's an evil world we live in, bro. It's an evil world we live in.
Chalk is such a choice too. Not concrete, not stone, but chalk.
Because you'll be brittle, easier to break you.
That's what I'm saying. It's such a deliberate move. The person is already gone, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna make it brittle too. Why?
I'm gonna make sure fuck you. Yeah, because fuck you. You're not gonna be able to come back.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
All right. Are y'all ready to talk
wild
about?
Too.
You said the what?
I said the Shiesty comment was wild.
Oh.
Brr.
Don't bring the Shiesty to a meeting. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Did you see the video of him pulling up to Gucci Mane's door?
Yes.
No.
Here's
He
the picture,
deserves
by
it.
the way.
Yo, just what?
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. But no, yeah. I saw the video. I've seen all the stuff. He just whatever happens, good.
I'll be honest with you. I think Uncle Ruckus is a terrible character, and things he says is vile, and it's supposed to show how terrible black people can treat black people. But he's kind of right about niggas like Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah.
Like this, if you don't hear about the whole situation of a man trying to kidnap and shoot his boss for his contract, and you don't have a little Uncle Ruckus just rise up in you, maybe you're not thinking all the way as an adult. I don't know.
That literally sounds like an episode from the Boondocks.
Yes, it's comically nigga. There's so much niggatry in that one statement.
A foot.
I'll put niggatry afoot.
Comedy.
But nah, man. Let's bring it home with the last topic, because this episode, spoilers for the beginning to the end. There's been death flags since the beginning of the season, since it came back. And
there's been
boy,
so much spoilers in this episode of just the podcast. There's been so much spoilers.
This is. I might put a special like banner in the front, like, guys, we're gonna spoil the stuff we're talking about.
Don't watch it if you ain't seen the topics. Don't watch it if you ain't seen the topics.
Yeah,
just all of it, because you know what I'm saying, all of it.
we're talking Daredevil.
So what happened?
Death.
Oh,
Listen. So Wilson Fisk has his boxing match for charity, beats the dog shit out of his opponent, who was like a professional boxer. Am I correct in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's wailing on this nigga, and in the background of this whole episode, I'm giving a very quick, synopsis of it.
Bullseye.
What the fuck? Bullseye is getting ready to kill his wife, kill Vanessa. And they know that. He's already targeted her before. This nigga, Wilson Fisk, said, listen, it's a public event. Just don't show up. I can't guarantee your safety. Just don't. And just like any other wife that really doesn't give a shit about what his husband says, what does she do? She shows up. Because, you're a psychopath with impeccable aim, literally trying to murder you.
mm-hmm.
Why not go to a public event where there's many people in a crowd and open space for him to hit you? Makes the world sense in the world.
He had already won, too.
You
came out at the very end.
Why?
Mind you, she could have watched the shit on TV or had somebody there recording it.
There's like 10, 20 different ways you could have went about this. Anyway, Bullseye has been on a tear. He feels like he is going to be vindicated from his sins of killing someone that he considered innocent and Foggy by killing someone who's like truly bad, Vanessa. So he has a hard-on for trying to kill her and everything involved with her, including the AVTF agents. Cool. Well, guess what he does? Guess what the assassin does, guys?
Assassinate?
Oh my God, you guessed it! Yeah! He pulls up.
Technically, Kingpin is responsible.
Technically, but she's the one that called the hit on Foggy specifically.
No.
So,
I mean, like with the glass, like that.
Oh yeah. So, long story short, he pulls up and he is about to throw that glass statue or whatever at her head and just kill her on sight. Kingpin, with the belt that he just put on his shoulder, which I think is a cool symbolism, smashes it down so it doesn't immediately kill her. The shards explode. Daredevil intervenes. They fight. He saves Bullseye. They run away, and they think that they're okay, but no, because Vanessa got hit with one of those shards in the fucking temple, and she's bleeding out on the mat. It's
Yeah,
That was
I mean,
sick.
mind you, the episode started off with fuckery because Bullseye was just like, "Hey," at a diner, calling the police, like, "Hey, Frank Castle's here, Punisher. Ah, no, he's shooting." So he's just getting
Yeah.
the agents there, and he's only killing the agents, right? So he was already on demon time from the beginning. And then we get this amazing scene with Bullseye versus Daredevil. They're ricocheting shit off the fucking
Yeah, that
walls.
was
Like this whole
incredible.
episode, from the beginning it started to the end, was this peak. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, like Marvel is really killing it with the TV shows. Like I was like,
Oh, yeah.
Ironheart was straight. You know what I'm saying? Wonder Man was straight. This shit right here,
Incredible.
we needed a third season now. I mean, it's already announced, but yeah, now.
Too good. It's too good. It's too good. This is very comparable to the Netflix stuff. Desmond, you never watched those.
A lot more brutal though. I've been rewatching it a little bit, just trying to catch up.
It is very good. Like compared to the Frankenstein, like clearly patchwork that last season was, compared to this cohesive piece of fucking art. Y'all can't tell me that. I think someone put their dick on the table and said, "We're not fucking up Daredevil, yo."
I'm just waiting for the hallway fight scene.
It's coming.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna be beautiful. One shot, one take. It's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be ugly. That's the thing I'm waiting for.
That was one shot. Obviously they had hidden cuts in there, but yeah,
No. I'm looking forward to the hallway fight scene. It happens every season. Every Daredevil series, we get at least one. That's what I'm waiting for.
I just want to see, because it looks bad on Daredevil, because he did literally just save someone who actively tried to assassinate or did assassinate like a public official. That looks crazy.
Actually, the juxtaposition of this is even crazier because first, Kingpin had the opportunity to reveal that Matt Murdock is Daredevil, right? And Kingpin chose to say, "Hey, let's go ahead and find Matt Murdock. Try to bring the public appeal more so for non-vigilante Daredevil and like who he is as a person." Right. And then last season, how it ended, Matt Murdock took the bullet for Kingpin by Bullseye trying to take him out. Now, in this episode, Daredevil is saving, Vanessa, who you put the hit out, for the fucking thing. And it's just so much layers with this, man. This shit is storytelling, is visually appealing, it's gruesome for a Disney Plus series. I'm like, this literally has everything.
Yeah, it's too good, man. This might be my favorite season of television I've watched of anything in a while. It's really good. It's really good. If you can't tell, I'm suggesting it.
W episode.
Dub.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Hit us with some recommendations.
All right, boom. There's an anime called Dorohedoro, which is one of my favorite animes. What?
I kind of figured this would be the recommendation, so that's why I'm laughing.
Yo, it's so good. It's so weird. It's so bloody. Shin is my favorite character. I like the way his mask. So like, basically, it's about wizards and people who are not wizards, and the wizards experiment on people who are not wizards. There's a lot more to it, but that's the long and short of it. But my favorite character is Shin. Shin wears a mask that, like, typically everybody's mask is like forward facing. His is turned backwards, and then he just cut out holes in the eyes. Real cool. Throw up a picture. It's real dope. But either way, they were on like a 2 to 3 year hiatus, and then they just came back with season 2. So go watch season 1. It's real bloody, real gruesome, but really great. And then we get into season 2.
Are you gonna say the full metal of it all?
What do you mean? Oh, it's a direct rip from the manga. So,
I thought the season 2 thing about changing the Tucker Chimera. I thought that was in this season.
What, for Dorohedoro?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I've seen a clip of them unfusing Tucker's daughter and the dog. And they said because he's a time traveler, it's canon or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll put a clip in there, I guess.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, kind of. It's fully coolly levels weird, but like Berserk levels bloody. So picture if Berserk and was fully coolly. Yeah.
All right. Dig on that in.
Come on now. We already know what mine is. Like we went from Arthur Boyle to another ore farming god, king, emperor Aquaman. 15.
Emperor. No.
16, I'm sorry. Is what I'm recommending. I'm recommending 16, but just read all of it. All in Aquaman, all the way up until Emperor Aquaman 1, which is 15. Just read it all.
It's a great read. Great read. I'm stuck between Absolute Green Lantern, which was a great read. Absolute Green Lantern was a great read before I realized they foreshadowed Manhunter. But for just the first issue, if anyone who's just like wants a good first issue to jump onto, man, that Fury of Firestorm was something to read. Go check it out, y'all. Go check out for Fury of Firestorm.
Yeah. Also, shout out to our guests again, man. Winter, Witch Hat, Artelier. Go read.
I was about to say,
and
I know what her recommendation is Witch Hat.
So read it and watch it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That was another grand episode of Dots and Lines. Please like, share, subscribe, read a comic book, be nice to each other. I hope you enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed making it. Okay, bye.
I want to nuke as much as Firestorm, man. That inspired me.
Nigga. What? What?